Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's your pal Mega Snoop bringing you another video today, and this video actually is some good news. I know, right? Good news for once. That's something that I'm really excited to be talking about here today, is something actually positive in this game. And I know it always hasn't been something that's been there, and I liked being able to talk positively about this game. I like being able to show you the new things that are coming out, and I just feel like I haven't been able to do that in a long time. Well, finally, here comes a time where I can do that, and I can showcase some of the new stuff and tell you about some really cool things that are coming to this game because it's been quite a long time. So let's start with the original announcement, it being Toontown's 15th birthday, which is cool, I guess. I mean, it's not that not cool, I guess. But it's like, yeah, the game's been around for 15 years in one form or another, and it's still around, so that's cool. So is World of Warcraft. But that's besides the point. So, beginning of this week, TTR decided that they're going to do a blog post every single day for the next week to show some of the upcoming stuff that they have that they're excited to showcase for us over the course of the summer and the rest of the year. And by doing that, they really mean that they're going to talk about Toonfest half the time and then really only showcase one thing and then be very ambiguous about the fact that they have something else that's coming out later that's going to be big and amazing, but they're not going to tell us any details, which I'm just tell us, dude. Just tell us. I, for one, and you can disagree, I, for one, am not too excited about being hyped up about something that I don't know what it is, only to eventually not have it live up to the hype, because they hype it up as like it's Jesus's second coming or something, and then it's not Jesus's second coming. It's like, oh hey, parties. But they've been hyping up something else for a while, and it looks like it's trying to take a step towards either one of their previously not finished projects, whether it's field offices or if it's the executive office tower or even the new playground that's supposed to be under the cloud. So it looks like it's going to be one of those things that they're going to quote-unquote reveal at Toonfest this year. So we got to wait like another month and a half even before we can find out what it is. But let's talk about the one thing that they did announce, that they did say is coming to the game, and that is actually good and a step in the right direction. I'm going to talk about the Silly Meter. And generally, I would not be excited for the Silly Meter under any circumstance ever. The original Silly Meter in the original Toontown was garbaggio. It was terrible. It just made street battles last longer, and that's all it did, really. I don't know what else it did. They weren't very straightforward about the other effects of the Silly Meter, other than the fact that it's like, oh hey, you get a 10% bonus for squirt in some street battles, which doesn't help at all, because regardless, it's going to take 2 turns for you to destroy that cog. You know, like it doesn't make a difference. It didn't have a point. Well, now TTR is deciding to bring in a new idea for the Silly Meter. They are going to be introducing silly teams. And the first time I saw this, the first thing I thought about was Pokemon Go, how they had the 3 different teams with the blue, the red, and the yellow. I don't know if any of you guys still play Pokemon Go, but you probably know what I'm talking about, and how you can choose which team you're on, and any points and anything you get, all the gems go towards that one team. And it looks like this is going to be maybe something similar, where you're going to choose a team, and as you earn silly points throughout playing the game by doing random things like fighting cogs, winning bosses, fishing, stuff like that, the points go towards your team, and you get some special rewards out of it. And I think this is a brilliant idea. I think this is something new and different. And the reason why I think it's a step in the right direction is because I've always talked about the potential of Toontown. They could do things like have weekly challenges. They can do things like having harder difficulties. They can do things like weekly or monthly events, and they just haven't. There's so many missed opportunities that TTR has had in the past where they could have added something new, spectacular, and amazing to add the length of the life cycle to the game, and they just haven't. And so now they're finally going away from what TTO would normally do and kind of creating their own game here. They're adding something of their own idea that is going to add some more playtime to the game, even for those who have already finished the game. So these silly teams, from what I can tell so far, they have 4 different examples where you can get Doodle trick boosts, where the Doodles will perform their tricks more often and earn more experience for them. One that makes fishing rarities decreased, so you're more likely to catch the rare fish. One that I think is a really good idea right here is helping your garden grow faster. You're able to not have to wait an entire day for the flowers to bloom or your gag trees to grow, and instead it would almost, I don't know if it's instantaneous or if it's just like a little bit faster by a few hours, but I like that they decrease that, so it's not as much of a grind. And then one called Overheal, which basically gives 8 laugh to everybody in the group. So instead of 137 laugh, I'd be 145. Instead of being 92, you would be 100. Does that make sense? And it's not like that's necessarily needed because Toontown's easy enough as it is, so it's like adding extra laugh isn't necessarily going to help. But I like the idea, I like where they're going with this, and if they do progress with this kind of style of ideas, we are going to get more challenges, we are going to get harder cogs and harder bosses where something like this will come in handy. So I like where they're going with this. I think this is definitely a positive thing, and I hope that everything that they are introducing in the near future, and even the far future, is more like this. So this is definitely cool. The one downside to this is though, although they announced it now, it won't be available until after Toonfest, just from the little text reading in between the lines here. Now you will hear more about the Silly Meter at Toonfest at Replay Effects, so obviously it won't be coming out before that. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. Let me know what you guys think of the new ideas that are coming out, and let me know what other ideas you guys have for the game that could possibly make it even better. So I'm going to leave this as an open discussion area. Leave your comments down in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay awesome, God bless, and peace.